Riga, Sarkandaugava. The house on Gone Madambis 1890th year of construction. It once belonged to the Ruttenberg chemical factory. Factory workers who held senior and middle-level positions lived in it. These are engineers and employees of the plant, so it lasted until 1949 year. The Riga diesel plant was formed on the site of the factory. The publication has passed into the category of administrative. In the 1990s, privatization began and the plant broke up into separate enterprises, and the administration of one of the firms was located in the building. A guard appeared on the ground floor, who was on duty around the clock. It was during the night shifts that strange events began in this house. The working day is over. Employees left the building. The guard made his rounds, checked all the locked windows and doors. After making sure that everything was in order, the guard continued his duty in the security room. It was the dead of night. And suddenly there were clear and heavy footsteps on the second floor. They were walking from one end of the floor to the other. The guard rushed upstairs. "We are sure that it is a thief." After all the windows and doors were closed, and the building could only be entered by breaking and entering. But, running through the floor, the guard found no one. "Just in case, I examined the windows and doors again, checked all the nooks and crannies in the building." After making sure that he was completely alone, he realized that he had encountered some kind of mysticism. The next morning, when he was on duty, he did not tell his colleague about the night incident, so that he would not be considered slightly out of his mind. A few days have passed. On one of the night shifts, another guard also heard footsteps upstairs. "I also walked around the floor, checked all the windows and doors. Everything was closed, no signs of entry." So, these events have been repeating for some time. Footsteps upstairs at night, inspection of the premises and no one. The guards on night duty were now stressed out because of the fear of an unexplained phenomenon. But the moment came when they shared their fears with each other. On the one hand, the guards felt better. If everyone heard the footsteps, it means they are in their right mind and it was not imagined. On the other hand, the fear of a ghost made the job unbearable. Then they reported to the head of security that at night there is some kind of fermentation to the second floor of the building. The head of security, of course, was skeptical about the ghost's version. However, he couldn't ignore that all the guards were saying the same thing. Technical progress was called upon to help in the capture of the elusive intruder. It was possible to install a surveillance camera, but in the 90s it was expensive. Therefore, to begin with, we decided to limit ourselves to motion sensors and alarms. And so, one night, footsteps sounded from above again, but the alarm was silent. The guard rushed upstairs. On the appearance of the guard, the alarm went off, but still no one was found on the floor. Then, after all, it was decided to spend money on surveillance cameras and, with luck, photograph the mysterious intruder of the night calm. The camera was purchased and installed. But the night passed one after another, and the footsteps were no longer heard. This was the end of the story with the bringing of dams to Ganema. The guards regained calm, and the night guest apparently left the building. It remained a mystery who it was, why come. But, shortly before these events, there was a fire in the building. During the reconstruction of the building, a box with pistols and cartridges was found in the floor of the second floor. The police dated the discovery 1943rd year. Who knows, perhaps the spirit of the owner was looking for his screen and found peace for himself. When the hunt started for him, he left. And maybe he'll come back when the time comes. And maybe he'll come back when the time comes.